Today's video is brought to you by SeedsNow.com.
According to the Daily News, enraged protesters battle cops in Brooklyn streets during third night of violent rioting after it's revealed that 16-year-old Kimani Gray was shot in the back. And you can see pictures here of some of the rioters. Police officers arrest a demonstrator in what was a very ugly evening, again in Brooklyn. Protesters enraged over the fatal shooting of a teenager by police poured into Brooklyn streets for a third straight night Wednesday, pitching bricks, bottles, and garbage in furious clashes with cops. At least 46 demonstrators were arrested along Church Avenue in East Flatbush. Police struggled to control a hostile crowd that broke away from a planned peaceful vigil for Kimani Gray, 16 years old, killed by police on Saturday night. See another picture here, police push protesters back on Church Avenue. You can see a picture of Kimani Gray here. He is an African-American kid, 16 years old. It says Kimani Gray is shown in this undated photo released on Sunday, March 10th, 2013 in New York. Gray was shot and killed by New York City police officers in Brooklyn when he allegedly pointed a .38 caliber revolver at them. Allegedly pointed a gun at the cops. Both officers fired, striking Gray. He was taken to Kings County Hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Who killed Kiki? Who killed Kimani Gray? Was it a gun, or was it the cop or the cops behind the barrel of the gun that pulled the trigger? Now, the debate here is whether or not Kiki actually had a gun. Now, in my opinion, if Kiki did have a gun and he pointed at these cops, there really is no need for rioting because the cops were defending themselves. You point a gun at a cop, expect to be shot and killed. They're probably not, or hopefully not, intending to kill you. Hopefully they would try to bring you down alive. But you point a gun at a cop and you endanger their safety, and you endanger them, and you point a gun at them, expect to die. There should be no gray area there. But again, the debate here, and really not the debate, but the mystery behind this story is whether or not Kiki actually possessed a gun in the first place. And there's a couple of eyewitness accounts that beg to the contrary. Mikhail Williams, 18, says they didn't have to kill him. He said as police on motorcycles tracked alongside him, "I'm feeling mad inside. I'm angry. That's why I'm out here." We can see another picture of a woman here, a pregnant woman, African-American lady on the ground who had been knocked down during the protesting. It looks like there's a few other fellow protesters trying to pick her up. She's got her little comfy boots on there. You can see some other hoodlums wearing masks here. We've got some masks in New York. Part of these riots on Church Avenue. And I'm not calling him a hoodlum because he's black. I'm calling him a hoodlum because they look like a bunch of hoodlums here with their masks on. A witness told the Daily News Tuesday that the youth did not have a gun in his hand, but a police spokesman said the witness told detectives she couldn't see the incident clearly from the angle I was at. Now, I don't know about you guys, but since Kiki has been killed by a gun, by the cops, I actually think that all guns should be banned. Not all guns, but all guns for cops. I think any cop with a gun should be disavowed and disallowed and should not be allowed in New York City any longer. Just like Mayor Bloomberg is banning sugary drinks, or at least trying to, although that decision was overturned by a judge, which I was very happy to see, people are dying. Kids, 16-year-old kids. We need to get Obama on here, and he needs to, make a statement. Kids, and African-American kids, for that matter, are dying by guns. So it's pretty clear here that we need to get rid of guns, and we need to disarm the New York Police Department right away. God forbid they carry lethal force. And it's not their fault that Kiki died. It's the gun's fault. If the gun didn't exist and didn't have a trigger and a bullet inside of it, in fact, maybe it's bullets we should get rid of, because without bullets, the guns can't fire a shot. But it's clear that in order to stop this violence on our city streets, we need to ban everything. I had a subscriber say, you know, Christopher, you should pose in a photo op with a large, you know, sugary drink, whatever amount of ounces it is they're banning of Coca-Cola, and you should pose with a gun. You'll be the #1 most dangerous man in America. I'll be like Osama bin Laden / Hitler on steroids in the eyes of this tyrannical government. So who killed Kiki? Was it the cops or was it the gun? And if he was pointing a gun at the cops, didn't the cops have every right to shoot him? Now remember, this plays into the Trayvon Martin story. The Trayvon Martin scenario where, remember, President Barack Obama said it was like it was his own son that was shot. Even though Trayvon, according to witnesses, was bashing Zimmerman's head into block concrete and blooding the back of his skull as he was trying to basically beat his brain in or impale him on the concrete. That was the good kid that Trayvon Martin was, a brain basher. But he was carrying skills and an iced tea, and he was African American, and the president said it was like his own child. So, you know, people were just outraged by that. So we've got a photo, again, of the crime scene, you know, and this is unfortunate. Obviously, it's unfortunate that Kiki died. But it says here that, and there was other eyewitness accounts saying that he was carrying a gun. So it kind of boils down to, are the cops hiding something from us? Are the cops making this up? If they are, which wouldn't surprise me, then we have something seriously wrong here. We have a civil rights issue. We have a human rights issue, not just a civil rights issue, but a human rights issue. If Kiki did have a gun and he was pointing that gun, or even the cops mistook his intent to kill, but he was showing a gun, I think that the argument lies in favor of the cops in the NYPD themselves. Again, do guns kill people, or do people kill people? Please get this story out. I'm Christopher Green. You've been watching Green Wave TV Alternative Media Television. Also, please watch our breaking new mini documentary, Surveillance State. We just put it out yesterday. People have been giving it rave reviews. Please help it to get views. Get some eyeballs on it. Share it with your friends and family. Get it out to the viewing public. As always, I'm Christopher Green, hard-hitting and in your face. Stay tuned. We'll have more content up soon. AMTV News, as well as more videos from myself and Green Wave in the not-too-distant future. Peace.